Joining me now is former Deputy Attorney General. He's with the Heritage Foundation now. He's John Malcolm. John, this is already feeling like a soapbox derby. Everyone wants their TV FaceTime with Mueller.
Yeah, no, look, I certainly think that is true. I think it's unlikely that anything is going to come up at these hearings that isn't already contained in the Mueller report. I certainly, with the possible exception, I suppose, of David Pecker, these are all people who were interviewed by Bob Mueller and his team, probably over the course of several hours, and I sincerely doubt that any of these congressmen and congresswomen over the course of 5 minutes of questioning are going to unlock some hidden secret that Bob Mueller and his team were not able to gain and already included in the report.
I mean, the Democrats are studying Robert Mueller's prior testimony in other hearings. It's kind of like how the NFL teams study opposing teams. Here's the thing. House Judiciary, they're going to focus first on obstruction. House Intelligence under Adam Schiff on Russia collusion. They're going to try to do the gotcha moment. They're trying to basically try to get Mueller to say, yes, I would have charged Trump if he was a private citizen for obstruction, right? They're looking for those moments.
Well, they may very well. I suppose Adam Schiff is going to try to say, look, you had some witnesses who didn't cooperate with you and destroyed evidence, and you don't know what other facts were lurking out there, to which I suppose he'll say, yes, that's right, but we certainly turned over every stone that we could and did as an exhaustive an investigation as we could, which you would expect from Bob Mueller. With respect to the obstruction charges, I'm not exactly sure what Bob Mueller will say. He clearly knew how to say that he thought the president had committed a crime or hadn't committed a crime. He was non-committal in his report. I assume he will remain non-committal. He might make that statement about if the president was a private person, but of course the president isn't a private person, and the Supreme Court and the Office of Legal Counsel have held that certain laws apply a little bit differently to the president than they do to the rest of us. And the other thing, of course, is that he did not, or it was determined he did not commit any underlying offense, and that clearly goes to his intent when obstruction is being investigated.
To your point, this could backfire and boomerang on the Democrats. The Republicans could really try to grill Robert Mueller and say, what was the basis for the probe to begin with? What was the foundational information you used, the Steele dossier that's unverified and now is discredited, to get FISA warrants to go after Carter Page, who was never even charged? So that's how the Republicans could just steal the headlines for the next day, right?
Yeah, I think that's right. And so the things that they will stress is to say, look, you conducted this exhaustive investigation, millions of dollars, hundreds of interviews, and you came to the conclusion that there was no collusion, conspiracy, or coordination with the Russians in terms of their attempts to disrupt the 2016 election. And oh, by the way, you never looked into how that probe was undertaken in the first place. FISA abuses, use of the Steele dossier, all the things that that Attorney General Barr and DOJ Inspector General Michael Horowitz are now looking into and will report on soon.
John Malcolm, come back soon. Great to see you.
Good to be with you.
Tonight, the warning.